Hello, my dear friends. This is Rajesh Mahapatra. I hope all of you are doing well and happiness. In this session, I'll show you in the lab how do you create a repository inside that artifact registry in Google Cloud Platform. After that, how do you create a Docker image and push inside that artifact registry in Google Cloud Platform. This is the important step, guys. I'll show you all the steps inside the lab, like how do you create a cluster, how do you deploy your custom image inside the GKE cluster, and how do you expose your service for your application so that user can easily access across the globe via internet. Guys, let's get started. In this session, guys, I'll guide you how do you create a Docker repository inside the artifact registry in Google Cloud Platform. Apart from this, I'll guide you guys how do you build a Docker image using Docker file. After that, how do you push your Docker image to the artifact registry. This is the important part. Guys, day-to-day activities, the similar tasks you can perform inside your project. This is the important lab, guys, for GKE cluster. After that, guys, I'll create a new autopilot cluster in Google Kubernetes engine. After that, I'll deploy the sample web application to the GKE, but I'll select our desired image, the custom image from artifact registry. Then I'll show you all the steps inside the lab so that you can easily understand it. How do you select your desired image from artifactory and how do you push the Docker image to the artifactory and all the step, guys. And after that, guys, then how do you expose your sample web app to the internet so that user can visible your web application anywhere across the globe. And I'll show you the similar step as all the step mentioned here, guys. As you can see here, first enable your Kubernetes engine API or artifact registry API, because for an example, if you start work inside the Google Cloud Platform in the first time, then this is required, guys. If you enabled your Kubernetes engine API or artifact registry API, then that is no required for again. And guys, second things, and pull the code from GitHub. Guys, I'll attach the GitHub link inside the video description. You'll go there and copy the link and download the code from GitHub. And after that, guys, create a repository to store your container image. Then build the image, push the Docker image to the artifactory. I'll show you all the details in the lab so that you can easily understand it, and based on your project requirement you can implement it. And end of the lab, then you can delete your application service and delete your cluster and delete your repository in artifact registry. I'll show you in multiple ways based on your choice, guys. If you want to delete all the cluster step using the CLI command, and guys, and I'll show you in the GCP console portal also how do you delete your cluster and how do you delete your artifact registry so that you can easily understand it. Guys, let's switch to the GCP portal page so that I'll show you all the details inside the GCP lab. As you can see here, this is the GCP console web portal page. First of all, guys, you can click on navigation menu, then click on Kubernetes engine cluster web portal page. As you can see here, guys, there is no new Kubernetes cluster is available here, guys. Similarly, guys, then click on navigation menu, then scroll down to move to the CI/CD pipeline section, guys. As you can see here, this is the CI/CD pipeline section, guys. Then click on artifact registry, guys. As you can see here, there is no new repository or folder or image is available here, guys. Then you can activate your Cloud Shell first, and guys, it might take couple of seconds to start your new activate window terminal. So you can wait for start your new window terminal, as you can see here guys. Then click on open new window, then back to the console portal, then close the first Cloud Shell terminal here guys, then press Ctrl L. Then now guys, I'll create a new directory for sample web app. Then navigate to sample web app repository. Then as you can see here, first of all guys, just you can pull the code from GitHub repository. As you can see here, this is the code, the git clone, and this is the URL link. Then press enter and wait a couple of seconds to download it. As you can see here guys, successfully downloaded it, and verify the Kubernetes engine sample here guys. Then navigate to the Kubernetes sample engine folder path, then verify all the files. As you can see here guys, this is the all the files are available here, and you can navigate to one by one for the respective folder. Then you can visible all the manifest file and desired files are available here guys. Now guys, in the next step guys, first of all you can set your project ID. As you can see here, this is the project ID as an environment variable, and I added the value of my project ID here. Then you can visible your project ID using the echo command guys. Similarly guys, you can select your respective region where do you want to deploy your web application, and similarly guys, you can select your desired regions and zone based on your requirement guys. As you can see here, I selected as the US Central 1 as the region here guys. Now I am going to create a new repository inside that artifact registry guys. As you can see here, there is no repository or folder is available inside the artifact registry. As you can see here guys, I'll refresh again guys. I'll switch to the Cloud Shell now. As you can see here, this is the CLI command for create a gcloud artifact repository. Create the name of the repository as I mentioned as my sample web app here guys. Then repository format as Docker, location as region, as you can see here, this is the environment variable here as I passed here. The description, the Docker repository, whatever you want guys, you add it here for a description, there is no issue. After that guys, just you can press enter, then click on authorize and wait a couple of seconds guys to create your new repository inside the artifact registry. As you can see here, the repository my sample web app is successfully created. Then navigate to that artifact registry web portal, as you can see here, then click on refresh button here guys. As you can see here, this is your new repository my sample web app here guys. Click on your repository. As you can see here, there is no folder file is available inside the my sample of repository or folder. Then again switch to the Cloud Shell window terminal. Now guys, I am going to build the Docker image using the Docker file. I'll show you first where is the Docker file is located inside the Kubernetes engine sample repository. Guys, write the command ls first. Then as you can see here, this is the hello app. Then navigate to the hello app folder. As you can see here, this is the Docker file. Then first verify the Docker file. As you can see here, all the step, all the docker file command are mentioned here, guys. As you can see here, this is the simple docker build command as I mentioned here, and as I used as a environment variable here regions and project id. If you want to remove the project id and region the environment variable and replace your region name and your project id name here, then guys, and as you can see here, dot indicate for your current directory path, then press enter and wait a couple of seconds, guys, to build your docker image. As you can see here, the docker image sample web app v1 is successfully created here. Then I'll show you the docker image first. As you can see here, this is your docker image, guys, and this is the path of your docker image. Now guys, I push the docker image inside the artifact registry folder. As you can see here, there is no image is available inside the artifact registry folder, my sample of web app folder here, guys. Now you can use docker push command, guys. Then this is the path, guys, just you can use here. Then add here the tag, the version tag is v1 as you can see here. Then press enter and wait a couple of seconds, guys, to push your image inside the artifact registry. As you can see here, guys, the docker image is successfully pushed inside the artifact registry. Now navigate to the artifact registry. First click on refresh here, then click on artifact registry here, guys. As you can see here, guys, just now the sample web app image pushed inside the artifact registry, and guys, as you can see here, this is the tag v1 here. This is, as you can see here, this is the tag 1 is successfully pushed inside the artifact registry. Guys, now I'll show you here is the important step. As you can see here, this is the view action 3 button here. Click on view action. You show the pull command if you want to pull your image, guys. As you can see here, this is the pull command and docker pull command is here, guys. If you want to pull your docker image, then just use this command and click on run in cloud shell, then automatically pull your image from your artifact registry. And secondly, guys, if you want to edit the tag, then replace the tag v1. If you want to add v1 v1.0 v2.0 whatever you want, you can add it here, just like, guys, here similarly v1.0 10 and whatever you want, guys. Then save it. But guys, now if you want to deploy the image inside the cloud run, directly click on here. Now guys, as you can see here, this is the new option, deploy to the GKE here. Click on deploy to the GKE here, guys. As you can see here, guys, this is the existing container. As you can see here, this is the name of your image. Then similarly, guys, just click on continue. Then you can edit your deployment name, then select your zone and then click on continue. And you can, if you want to add the expose your application, then you can add it here. Then click on deploy, then automatically, guys, the deploy your application inside the GKE cluster. This is the another way. But guys, now I'll show you in the real-time practical ways. Guys, first of all, what you do, first of all, you create a cluster using GCP console portal. Then change the name of the cluster here, sample web app cluster. Then guys, as you can see here, I selected as US Central 1 here. Then click on networking. As you can see here, the network is default, node subnet also default. And then click on advanced setting here guys. And the automation section, as you can see here, if you need to change and security whatever you want guys, then click on next. As you can see here, only the cluster name and the region name as I selected here, and rest of the field I leave as it is. I selected as the default. Then click on create cluster and wait a couple of minutes guys to start your cluster. Now guys, as you can see here, the cluster is being created. After that guys, I'll show you how to deploy your custom image inside that GKE cluster and expose your port number so that user can easily access via internet across the globe. Guys, as you can see here, the sample web app cluster is successfully created here. Now guys, as you can see here, this is the deploy button here. Click on deploy here guys. Then select here, click on select. As you can see here, I selected as existing container image here. Then click on select. As you can see here, this is navigate to your artifact registry and container registry. As you can see here, the container registry inside there is no image is available here. But as you can see here, the artifact registry, we have my sample web app image here. As you can see here, this is your sample web app and this is your version guys. Just first click on here, then click on sample web app and click on here. Then click on select here guys. Then as you can see here, the image, the my sample web app is selected successfully here guys. Then click on continue here. Then change the deployment name sample web app, and then if you want to view the YML file, click on here guys. And as you can see here, this is the deployment YML file. As you can see here, this is the container name, this is our custom image guys. And as you can see here, all the step here, all the deployment step. Then close it here. Then click on continue here guys. Then in the expose section here guys, the click on expose deployment as new service here. And as you can see here, this is your port number 80 and is your target port. Just you can mention 8080. And then select here load balancer, as I selected here load balancer. And then rest of the field, this is the protocol field TCP, you leave as it is. Then click on deploy here and wait a couple of seconds to create your sample web app deployment inside the autopilot mode cluster guys. Guys, as you can see here, after creating your cluster, you need to authenticate to your cluster to interact with the Cloud Shell window terminal so that you can execute this command. As you can see here guys, then you can verify your port status here. As you can see here guys, 3 ports are successfully running now. Then verify your deployment status. As you can see here, the sample web app deployment is ready, and similarly guys, just you can verify your service status. As you can see here, the sample web app service is successfully created here guys, and the cluster IP is here and the external IP is here. Then copy the external IP from here. Then open a new Chrome window browser. Then write HTTP and as you can see here, this is the hello world version 1.00 hostname sample web application guys, and I hope so now you can understand it. And similarly guys, if you want to verify using your call command, call http // then paste your external IP. As you can see here, this is the same output is showing here guys. Now guys, I hope so you can understand how do you create a repository inside the artifact registry, and how do you build a Docker image, and how do you push the Docker image inside that artifactory. Guys, end of the lab, you can ever to the GCP charges, then you can delete the application service first, then secondly you can delete your kubernetes engine autopilot mode cluster, and thirdly you can delete your artifact registry. I'll show you all the details here guys. First of all guys, you can delete your application service. As you can see here, the sample web app service is deleted here guys. Secondly guys, you can delete your cluster, then write Y, press enter. As you can see here, the cluster sample web app deleting now. Guys, as you can see here, the cluster is successfully deleted. Now just you can navigate to your Kubernetes cluster portal, then click on refresh here. As you can see here, there is no cluster is available here guys. Then guys, you can navigate to CI/CD section. As you can see here, click on artifact registry, then click on here guys, then select your Docker image. As you can see here, then select here, then click on delete. This is the simple ways guys you can delete the Docker image first, then you can delete your repository. Guys, as you can see here, this is the CLI command, gcloud artifact docker images delete, and this is the name of the images. You can use the same command to delete your artifactory here guys from your Cloud Shell window terminal. Then write Y, then press enter. As you can see here, the image is successfully deleted. Then back to your repository first guys, then you can refresh your repository, then click on repository here guys. As you can see here, there is no image is available here guys. In the simple ways, in the GCP console ways, just you can directly select here, then click on delete, then click on delete here. As you can see here, is your repository is successfully deleted here guys. Click on refresh here. Now guys, I hope so you can understand. Guys, we'll see you in our upcoming session. Thank you and have a great day.